AI-powered chatbots are changing the game in customer engagement. They provide instant support, personalized interactions, and 24/7 availability. In this tutorial, we'll walk through the process of building our own chatbot from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this is what we're going to build. The chatbot is going to be activated by a toggle button at the bottom right of the screen, and it opens and closes the chatbot dialog like so. And it is responsive. It changes to any screen geometry. And at the same time, it will also take up the entire screen geometry at a certain breakpoint, like so. Behind the scenes, this chatbot is also wired up to connect to a backend proxy, which talks to OpenAI's API. Now let's give it a try. So as you can see, it's connecting to OpenAI proxy, and it's getting the results back. And here's the raw results from the network. So this integration enables our chatbot to provide intelligent responses and dynamic interactions. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of building our very own AI chatbot from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Very quickly, let's look at the folder structure of our repo. This will help you visualize and follow along as we code. This folder contains the final compiled code generated by Webpack. The prototype bot folder is our initial focus, and it will contain the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for our prototype. The SRC folder is where we'll refactor our prototype into an embeddable JavaScript module. And finally, at the root is index.html. This is the sample website, which has the embedding snippet, which will allow us to embed the chatbot to any website. And not shown here is the backend proxy. It will be on another repo, which we'll have a look at as we go along. Our journey involves 5 different steps. The first one being to build the prototype. Second, we build the backend proxy. Third, we refactor the prototype so that it becomes an embeddable version. Fourth, we create an embeddable bundle using Webpack. And finally, we create the snippet that will allow us to embed it into a website. So let's begin with step 1, build the standalone prototype. For this step, you'll need Node.js installed. If you haven't done so yet, ask ChatGPT. So let's bring in our console here and create the folder for our chatbot. And go to that folder and initialize it. Just follow the defaults and open the code editor. In my case, it's the VS Code. And let me increase the fonts for you. I think that's good enough. All right. So let's create the folder for the prototype. And inside is the index.html. You'll also have the script.js, as well as the style. And let's populate the index.html. Let's import our style sheet. Okay. And that's also with our JavaScript. Okay. Now, let me bring in the chatbot so that we can have a reference. Okay, oops. There you go. Okay, so bottom right, you can see the button toggler. So let's do that. Button, let's give it a class of AI.toggler. Okay. And you can see that there's the launcher button. So let's put the launcher. And next to it would be the close button. As you can see here, there's the X, that's the close button. Okay. So now let's do the chatbot dialog. So we'll call this div AI bot. And inside this one would be the header with the avatar and the title. So let's call this header. And inside would be the avatar. And there's the title. call it AI chatbot. And there should also be a close button. You can't see it right now, but it will show when we make it responsive design. Okay, and after the header, we make the message thread. And this is an unordered list. So give it a style of a class of message thread. And inside of it will be a list with the message and incoming class. There will also be one for the outgoing, but let's just focus on the incoming for now. So as you can see, there's an avatar next to it, and there's the initial message. So let's just put this initial message over there. And way down below is the message input. So let's take care of that as well. So it will be a div of message input. And inside of it would be a text area. And next to it would be the send button. Okay, so let's see how this looks like. We'll open it with live server. Okay, not bad. We don't have the images, so let's put the images over here. Okay, and notice that our toggle buttons are in the upper left hand corner where it should be on the bottom right corner. So let's fix that. Okay, so we're talking AI about toggler. And I want it to have a position of fixed, margins of the right and bottom. Give it a height of 50 pixels. And some extra cosmetic styling over here. This is not a CSS tutorial. These are all very intuitive. And then let's make the style for the tablet to turn 90 degrees whenever it's clicked. And we want it to be a position absolute. Okay. And finally, we want the images to toggle in opacity whenever they are turned on or off. So this should do it. All right, let's see how it looks like. Okay, so the toggle buttons are now at the bottom right. And we now have to fix these large images over here. So let's do some more styling. So this will be for the dialogue AI bot. And let's give it the position of fixed and a margin of 40 and 100. And we want it to have a width of 420 pixels. And initially, we want it to show at the 50% and opacity of 0 because it's invisible the first time around. Okay, and it's going to grow to 100% once we click it. So let's do that. And we'll add some more cosmetic styles over here. And let's also add some shadows. Okay. And here's the styling for it to show at 100% when it has the attribute of show AI bot. Okay. So that should do it. And boom, it's gone. Of course it's gone because we just made it invisible. So when you click this toggle button, it should show. So let's fix that. So over here at the script, let's create a selector for the toggler and give it an action that it will show the AI bot when it's clicked, or it will toggle the property of show AI bot. So let's do that and see if it works. Click it and boom, it's there. Bingo. Now let's style the header and the title so that it goes to the top of the dialogue. So let's go back to the style sheet. Okay, so let's give the header a good background and some padding and some cosmetic styling over there. And let's make the header image so that it's 48 pixels wide and 48 pixels high. Okay. And let's also style the header so that it has a white text because it now has a violet background and some additional styling over there as well. Okay, that should do it. So watch out this part and see what happens. Boom. Okay, so it's looking good. Now we have to fix the message thread and also resize this image over here. So let's put the style for the AI bot message thread. give it a height of 510 pixels, and let's put a maximum height of 100% of the vertical height minus 320 pixels to compensate for the ones at the bottom and at the top. And also let's put some more cosmetic styling over here, and that should do it. And we also want the display type to be flex. And let's give a 32 pixel dimension for the image. And let's give more styling for the incoming message. Give it a height and width of 32 pixels as well, and some additional styling over here. Now for the outgoing message, let's style it so that it shows all the way to the right. And let's put the styling for the paragraph. Okay, let's see how that looks. Still need some more. It doesn't respect the height that we gave. There's the mistake. We have to put the dot, and that should do it. Okay, looking good. Now let's just style the message input. Oh no, this doesn't look right. This color should be white, so let's fix that. So put the styling over here. There you go. Okay. Now let's style the message input. Okay, so let's see how that looks like. Okay, not bad. You type something, the button should show. And it does show, but it doesn't show correctly because we don't have the fonts for the symbols. So what we're going to do is we have to import the symbols from fonts.google.com. I have it already over here, so you can go and import it from fonts.google.com. Let's put that on our index head and put it over here. That should do it. And let's see. Okay. All right, looking good. So we have the X and the send button over there. Okay, let's make it responsive. Okay. It's not responsive, so let's put the responsive element on it. Okay. So in order to do that, let's go back to the style sheet and add our media breakpoint, which is a maximum width of 420. Okay. And give the style accordingly. So for the AI bot, we want it to take over the entire real estate with 100%, height 100%, and it will be located at the corner. Let's also give some styling on the message thread. Okay, and let's see how that looks like. It should take over the entire real estate. Looking good, but our close button, we don't have a close button now. So let's fix that. It's showing there, but it should be in the correct color. So let's do that. So let's go to the header section. Where is that header? Okay. And let's put the AI bot header span. And give it this styling. Okay. So it will be on the absolute position with the right margin of 20 pixels. And let's see how that goes. Not quite. Yes, we also have to put it on the media breakpoint. We have to make it show as a display block. And let's try and do that. Okay, there you go. Okay, of course it doesn't do anything yet. You have to put the script. Okay, so next step we'll put all the script to make it functional. Okay, congratulations on making it this far. Our prototype is almost done. Take a break and I'll see you in the next video.